Greetings, everyone, who is also Insomniac Hour. Welcome back to Splatoon 3 for the Nintendo Switch. Last time we tried to do stream of this game, maintenance happened. So I didn't force throw this, but I'm about to right here, right now, I guess. Because, yeah. I'm sleepy, but there ain't no rest for the wicked. And money don't grow on tree. Anyway, yeah, I just can't sleep. So, that means we're here. We're just gonna vibe here in our CantDoJack pool and just play some turfs. Because what else do you do when you can't sleep? Me, I'm a Turf War player. I mostly play Turf War. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Until, you know, we all get tired enough to sleep. So, yay, insomnia. Yippee, we love insomnia. Insomnia hour. When the sleep just don't come. Hello, Jackogień. Hopefully you're doing well. Yippee. Who wants a Krabby Patty at 3 in the morning? Oh boy, 3 a.m. Look, insomniacs exist. And I don't always have insomnia. But it's just one of those nights where my body is like, okay, you're a third shift worker, you're going to stay up. And I'm like, but I don't work today. And my body is like, well, see, that's the neat part. You don't get to dictate when you sleep, I do. And then now I just can't EP. Oh, don't worry, Shy Guy Sam, I had a coffee as well, because like, I know I'm gonna be stuck up anyway. So I'm gonna have a small coffee just to help like relax because it tastes good. What, your gloves? You got the gloves? Yes, the fingerless glove. This is sort of the demo for the PNG tuber, at least the idea behind Jack being more androgynous is with like the pretty much just fingerless glove. Oh, Stream Elements didn't like whatever you said, PVT. For some reason didn't like you saying hi, Jax. Well, Stream Elements, why you like that, bro? This a fella's trying to say hi. Why you like this sometimes, Stream Elements? I swear. I should just nuke Stream Elements from like having mod privileges. Stream Elements did not want Dimitri to say hi for some reason. No idea why, I'm so sorry. Stream Elements just has an attitude, I guess. No idea. It's just like sometimes when it detects an emoji, it's like, oh, that's sketchy. I'm gonna, hide. My splatter screen, but I can't use it. Yeah, please don't. Or throw it behind you. That gives me a migraine. You gotta understand, that gives me and other people migraines. I'm already suffering through insomnia. I do not want to suffer a headache as well. I do that for the safety of others and myself. In fact, I think screen should just be removed and never be added to any future Splatoon ever. A 4-star clash show. I'm Basco Gaming. Cool. Ah. Okay, let me head up here. Yeah, I will cry if screen is in Splat 4. I mean, I don't really want a Splat 4 for a little while, I'll be honest. I think they should take their time with it and cook. I don't think it should be rushed. I think if we are getting a Splatoon 4, which we definitely will eventually, I think that it should be like early, like midway through 2027 or early 2028. I would rather them just 3rd-year anniversary Splatoon 3, reveal that third kits exist, slowly dish out third kits for a year, until like September of 2026, and then Splatoon 4, you know, happening after that. I think I'm gonna Dowser Gaming. Probably being late spring, early fall, something like that. And have a good night, Jaheim. I'm surprised to see so many y'all. I was not expecting like anyone. But I guess we have a lot of fellows who are just different time zones or also insomnia. Because it is like fastly approaching 2 a.m. here. But sleep is not a common trope. Some days. So I just want to turf and yap and lo-fi it up. While also just discussing a few things like, you know, oh, Jack now has fingerless gloves. Why is that? And Jack has longer hair. It's not just like long on one side. It's like long in general in the front. For those who are on Discord, probably noticed this. Maybe not. I can bite Jack's fingers now. Yippee! No, these are mine. Tee. But no. Genuinely, chat. I came to sort of a realization. Well, I've had this realization for a while that I've been comfortable with they/them pronouns. Genuinely, during December of 2023, when I played in Stars in Time, is a indie RPG game that's like very Earthbound like. Like the style of it is very like similar to Earthbound in the sense of like the battle system and like I guess pixelated art style and things like that. It just gives off a little bit of Earthbound vibes mixed with like, I don't know, just a couple other ones, but I've pretty much played probably a good 10 to 20 hours of that game strictly in just December. And low-key, that game sort of kind of made me comfortable because the main antagonist is called Sifrin, and Sifrin uses he/they pronouns, and getting called that, like, you know, playing as Sifrin, it just felt right. Like, I don't know how else to explain it other than this feels comfortable. So I experimented with, you know, I had he/they in my profile for a while. I eventually swapped to they/he because I was like, I feel a little bit more comfortable when people call me they versus he. And now I'm at a point where officially, quote unquote, I consider myself NB. That's like my identity that I want to go by, at least online. I'm still okay. Like, my bio on Discord says I'm okay with he, him, but the only reason why I'm kind of okay with it is just because I'm sort of numb to it. You know, I'm 23, coming, like, next February I'll be 24. I've been called, like, he, him in my personal life since forever. And like almost no one IRL has ever referred to me as anything else but that. To my jobs I've been adjusting, but I don't want a target on my back, unfortunately. They baddies, hell yeah. I'm sort of like the same boat where it's just online. online and like friends really can call me they them, but like, and that's what I want to be called. But because I'm closeted and because of just work situation and life situation, I'm sort of forced to just be he him every other aspect of my life outside of Jackogień. I don't really see, that feels like I don't earn that, right? Like she, her, I'm just kind of with, because I don't feel that like that's fully me. I don't feel like that fits me. And ideally, I want to be neither. I think I'm leaning more towards the type of androgynous that's neither masculine or feminine, just in between. Like if I want to portray that way, I could, but like I just prefer the androgynous vibe. Sadly, being AMAB, I just come across quote unquote naturally as masculine, and by naturally I mean just biologically and like stuff like that. And I just, you know, I don't know. I feel like I don't earn the title of she, her, and I don't know if I want to go that route. I have mentioned prior that I would actually be down to like experiment with like estrogen and things like that, but like that's just to sort of trying to self-discover myself more. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to figure out who I am without any outside influence when I've been influenced my entire life by outside pressure. Now, as I'm getting into my mid-20s, I'm trying to escape that. I'm trying to figure out who I am without anyone else's expectations of who or what I should be. So, yeah. Also, I noticed Chirp here. Hi, Chirp. How are you? I was not expecting you to be up this late, but hopefully you're still doing well. You on my ass with a full beard. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to think about for me sometimes on like the idea of like, okay, who, like, again, like I can summarize it the best of my can. To my entire life, I've been held to these expectations and thoughts of, oh, you know, I come from a very, let's just say, certain religion household where, you know, everything is, oh, if you're not this way, that's not natural, grr. And I'm like, in my heart and in my soul, anyone who's just being themselves and not having any ill will to others, that's natural. The people loving themselves and wanting to change themselves to be who they want to be is natural. So I will always fight, and I will always stand for people being themselves. Love to play, but I'm half asleep, half awake, and I don't want to accidentally eep in the middle of the game. Fair enough. Thanks for at least drop by to say hi. Yeah, no EP. There ain't no EP for the record. Well, yeah, there are some people who have that philosophy, but I'm describing from the way I was raised, quote unquote, or the perspective that was pressured onto me growing up was that, oh, you know, you're AMAB, you are that way, and I'm like, this doesn't fully fit who I am, because I want to just exist without having to validate my existence, number one. Number two, I don't want any, like, expectations thrown on me just because of my gender. And that happens, you know, a lot in just society. It was like, oh, well, because you're masculine, you act like this. And I'm like, that's not necessarily true. And now I'm like at a point where it's just like, I don't want to even really be masculine or feminine. I want to kind of, I kind of just want to be in that gray area. People generalize way too much. People not... I know that statement is a little contradictory because I'm saying, oh, people, and that's like generalizing. But like, I'm saying, like, there are individuals who are very generalizing in opinion. And because of that, there are people out there who don't really take the time to understand individuals. They just blindly judge based off of pre-existing beliefs and pre-existing like notions, like stereotypes and stuff like that. And I'm just tired of it. Literally, I think one of the reasons why I just can't sleep is because, I'll be honest, tonight's my last night where I have the house to myself, which means tonight is the last night in a bit where I feel like I am most open to just yapping. Because whenever family is around, especially if I know family is awake, or they're within earshot of me talking, I run a risk of them overhearing whatever I'm talking about on stream. Which is why the most open I'll ever be is if I'm just home alone with me and my doggo. Like I was for this, like, while they were off on this vacation and I was home. So, it's just a little nerve-wracking. It makes me wanna just, you know, continue to work towards moving out one day. I know it's not necessarily smart in the long run to rent an apartment because, like, oh, rent's it more technically adds up to be more than a mortgage, but like, if it's just for like even a year or two, I don't see that being a problem, especially if I split it with another person, aka Bunny, my adopted sib. So, you know. It is what it is. Yeah, depending on the context, it can make more sense. That is true. That's why I'm at a job right now where I'm like a third shift worker. It's not bad for the time being, but it's still like not ideal. Which is why I'm still searching for something relating to IT and like my degree I have. On the plus side, I can yap about this a little bit without being specific. They're thinking about shifting me to a different time frame for work within like the next 10 days. And when that happens, I'll make a poll because I'm gonna have to change my streaming times because I'll be working different hours. That is for at least for who knows how long, because eventually things will change. I just don't know when. Hold on, I'm gonna check my weapon stats too. custom leader it is, I guess. I'm just playing more any weapon I can really turn my brain off and just play. Tell you what, I'm gonna do V Nova actually. I'm gonna be silly and do V Nova. I don't know. I'm still feeling a little stressed out, Chad, I'll be honest. I'm an overthinker. I'm constantly thinking about something or planning because, like, I want to be a very consistent creator, and I also want to do good as a worker, and I have other responsibilities outside of that. Obviously, work is my number one responsibility. Then it's streaming, and then it's you know, the little stuff like, oh, doing the dishwasher, doing a load of wash. Speaking of, I need to do a load of wash tomorrow before work because I need my uniform nice and ready because I work second shift on Saturday. Throw that there. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping if I do get something IT related, it's like first shift, like an 8 to 4 or something, a 9 to 5. That way I can work, come home, have dinner, or do whatever I need to do at home, and then I can stream still at night, get plenty of sleep. I'm talking at least like 6 hours is good enough for me. And then rinse and repeat. I can stream every day. And work every 5 days, stream every day. Honestly, I actually did apply for something at a school that had availability. That was one of the major things I applied to recently. I can't disclose specifically because I don't want to dox myself, but that is something I did. Nine to 5s are really underrated and overhated. Honestly, I'll take a 9 to 5 over 11 to 7. I'm starting to get really tired of working 11 to 7. I do it because it's what they need and because I need it too. But I'm getting real sick of working 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Especially when it's a half hour to 45-minute drive. I'm tired. I'm so glad I have off. Literally, I don't work until Saturday, and Saturday I'm working a second. But still, I am so tired of third shift. I'm sick of it. I'm so ready to be done. I just want to work first and second going forward. Because honestly, case in point, why I'm awake right now. Sure, it's mostly brain go burr and I'm thinking about a million things, but it's also a mix of my body, like brain chemistry has been altered from working third shifts where sometimes my body's like, oh, you need to stay awake and alert because it's nighttime. And I'm like, but I don't work today. And my brain's just like, well, no. You see, you're reprogrammed now to be work all night. And I'm like, but sleepy. But eepies. No, it's first, second, and third. So, it depends on the workplace. But because 8, 16, 24, there's only 24 hours in a day. And every shift typically is 8 hours. Unless there's a place that divides it differently, but typically shifts are 8 hour. 8 hours a shift, 5 shifts a week, making 40 hours for a full-time worker. And alone, Eddie. I can't sleep. Brain go burr because of work, because of me being a closeted NB. Coming to that realization that, yeah, I'm only using really he, him because it's like an expectation from others. It's not what I would use. Working in the hospital is bad. I know. I don't know from experience, but I know from hearing from Jackogień, my sis-in-law. I'm in a dish room. My hands hurt, guys. Oh no. Best of luck. I just want to work IT. I want to work IT so bad. I don't mind the job I have at all, but I'm tired. I haven't even worked the past 2 days and I'm tired. Just because third shift, always EP. The benefit, oh yeah, working at a hospital benefits would be good. Do you want me to lose my sanity? See, like, I was fine for like 3 months. I'm reaching the 3-month period. And now I'm just like, okay. I'm trying to do other stuff in my life, and it's like, trying to plan for things is like so much worse when you have third shift. Because I want to be on the mindset of like, oh yeah, even if I work that day, I can still stream at night and plan things. Nope. Nuh-uh. Not when you're third shift. You're basically can only really plan before shift, or, you know, yeah, pretty much before shift or whenever you're not working. Literally have to become caffeine dependent just to, you know, work. Those morning shifts suck. Morning and graveyard both suck so bad. See, it depends on the morning for me. I'm assuming like food retail. Yeah, I can see that being bad. But if it's like IT, and if it's like not 6 a.m. Like, if I'm, like, getting up at 7, leaving for work at 7:30 to clock in at 8, which is probably the pattern I would have if I get this one job I applied for, that would kind of low-key be ideal. I would really like that. Clock out by 4:30-ish, depending on, like, you know, if I have to clock out for lunch break or not. And then just, you know, be free to stream. That way I could get done with, I could stream from like 7 to 10, like 3 hours typically. I should like to stream at least a minimum of like 2 is my goal whenever I go live. And then like I could just sleep from like 10:30, 11 all the way to 7. And then bada bing, bada boom. That's plenty of rest. And plenty of EPs. 55 burger, 55 fries. Oh god. Yeah, that's just hell incarnate. I don't know what else to say. Also, I had like 1,000 freaking paint with this thing. I'm painting, it's just I can't win my matchups at all. 3-3-5. And surprisingly 6-2. Brella. Hello, European George. Hopefully you're doing well. Yes, I did, Nettie. That was silly. You see, the worst part about being in like an insomniac like mode like this is like I can feel myself being exhausted. I feel my eyes bagging. Yet I can't sleep. It's like the whole like I have a mouth but I can't I don't have a mouth but I must scream. It's I have tired eyes but I cannot rest. Just ugh. Man, I'm dead. Alright, just gonna put that there. T. And you're like, dude, no, we're tired. No, that's about it. My body's just like, my mind is like, it's my mind's tired, but my body's awake kind of thing. Or, I don't know, it's like, reverse that? I'm not quite sure. Because, like, I feel my eyes are heavy, but my brains just go brrr. Yeah, so I guess reverse that. Body EP, mind is to awake. So, here we are. Just like, eh. Yeah, kinda. It's awake, but in quotations. That's a good way to put it. It's awake, but not really. I'm surprised. Yeah, for real. This is like such a like chill Calamari incantation. It's like perfect for just vibing and like dream world battle. I've read a little bit of. I used to watch a lot of the comic dubs, and I own the first chapter. Oh man. Oh, I just cracked my back. I'm tired but can't sleep. The story of my life, that's how it goes. But I'll just take one step at a time as I go. Not knowing what to do, I'll keep moving forward. Does that username say B Gengar? I am one with the Gengar. I think they started from number 1 again for Splatoon 3, but with all the same character. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know any of the... I mostly know just the S1 stuff, not the S2 or the S3 from the manga. Alright, let me do that. A new crazy Octavio beat drop. I love playing support shooter. It's silly. Oh. There we go. Go point at them. Ah, dang it. Trying to be a little silly with this thing. Man. I don't know if I have enough ink to really paint enough. I'll trade it with the paintbrush, teehee. This is helping me relax a bit, though. I'm starting to feel a lot more relaxed. Yapping about whatever was on my mind between job and identity and all that jazz. And for like a week straight. Kind of. It's more like a song gets stuck in my head for like a day or two now. And then it just swaps to a different one. Or I'll just have a song that'll go to be my go-to looping song. There's a song called Shelter by WYS. I know it's cheesy, but I've discovered it in a VR chat world shortly after getting my Quest 2. And it's now on my sleep playlist. And when I just want to like lay down and look up at the ceiling if I can't sleep, I'll play it. And just have that looping for about 15 minutes. That's fair, though. Everyone's different in how they handle music, so I get being hyper-fixated. Jeez. Is it bad that I low-key want my family's flight delayed so I can sleep longer? Be like, hey... I wouldn't mind like rolling over to a text being like, hey, they're expecting us not to be here till like, even if it's just an hour delay. Because my problem is like, I feel like more so falling asleep and staying asleep more so than like actually, you know, I don't know what I'm yapping about fully, but point is, once I'm out. For the most part, there are times where I roll over after like only like 2 hours or 3 hours or something. But like if I really get myself tired, like after work typically, or after streaming a lot, then I'll sleep consistently. I was about to say, I should be able to point mark someone. It's gonna be that. Surprised we haven't killed those fellows yet. I guess they got crab. Not crab. Oh, you want me dead? Ooh. Ooh, you want me dead? Nope. I may be half asleep, but I ain't going down without a fight. Okay, or just it takes 3 people to shoot me down. That works. Literally get surrounded by 3 people it took. There we go. Is there any Pampers like the freaking diaper? Why would you name yourself after a diaper brand, bro? What are they cooking? What is blood cooking? Oh, I see multiple people here. Let's just get to 1,200 paint. Hello, sinners. I was grinding the battle pass. Fair enough. Fortnite battle pass. My Splatoon just finished re-downloading. Sweet. Me who decided to identify as a Splatooner and thus can never break away from this game. Not that I really want to, because, like, the thing I can yap about with Splat 3, at least, is that Splat 3 has ways to make your own incentives, and me going after weapons, specific weapons to 3-star and 4-star has kept me motivated. That and, like, I love Turf and Splatfests, so I don't really have a reason to get off of it. Well, thank you, but you're definitely in the few fellows who are, who just come from the fella and not the content. There are people, statistically, I did it for my statistics final in college, who, you know, people who statistically come more so for the fact that Splat than, not Splat, which I'm fine with. I get it. I do love Splat, and I love the people I met through this community, but also, I'm more than just a fella who plays Splatoon. I love Nintendo. I love, like, a large variety of games. I love Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Mario Party. I'm not just a one-trick pony. I like a lot. Can I get up on this wall, please? Thank you. I mean, that's why I personally, like, play sticks, is because, like, I like having full control over my camera. If I don't, that's what causes my motion sickness, is, like, the camera changing drastically in a way that, like, is hard for me to control. Like, every camera movement you see on my streams is, like, intentional. Like, I'm controlling this. Squid rolling's a lot of fun, and I think has been a big net positive for Splatoon. I hope that They did. I think that should definitely stay. I think the only thing that should really change is nuke some specials. Make some specials not returning, specifically splatter color screen. I am the biggest screen hater because it gives me migraines. And gives others migraines as well. Not just me. And, yeah. Ah, come on. I could have squid rolled out of that. I love having almost 1,200 paint every game, though. Nova's silly like that. Nova is like long arrow spray. I don't know if that was the best place to jump to, Jerp. Try to protect you, but... Yay, here comes my turf points. Yippee! Aw, dang it. Thanks for trying to help me. You got a little overpowered there. And they say Nova can't kill. I just got a triple. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Nintendo Switch Online's a thing. Yippee. Yay, a triple kill. I have all on again. Yippee. Whoopee. Ultimate Mario Wolf. The Terrace of Service screen got more. Well, that's expected. Such as everything. Four-star Nova, here I come. Slowly yet surely I will 4-star this silly Nova. And then the next Terraform vibe is going to be Monday. This is sort of a bonus Terraform vibe for other fellows who either can't sleep or time zone moment, I guess. Yeah. The stream will at least... Tell you what. The minimum length I'll make this stream is an hour and a half. If I feel like passing out, then I'm just gonna end it right at the hour and a half mark. If I feel like I can pull off another half hour, I'll pull off another half hour. So really, this stream could be as much as an hour and a half, as little as another hour or so, I think. Or no, an hour 15 or something, I don't know. Brain is not braining. Kirby Air Ride music, goated. All my fellas love Kirby Air Ride, and are hyped for Air Ride 2. I still can't believe that game got a sequel. I was like ready to bawl tears of joy. The fact that we're getting Kirby Air Riders. So hype. Air Ride was one of my favorite games of all time growing up. Still is one of my favorite GameCube games overall. What's funny is the music in Air Ride are some of the songs are reused tracks from the Japan version of Kirby Right Back At You, like the original anime version. Some of the songs are reused for Air Ride, which is interesting because like that anime had like a whole air ride episode kind of near like one of the finale episodes. I think it was like episode 97. Because the series in of itself is about 100 episodes, I'm pretty sure. But like the last, like, I believe 4 or 5 episodes are considered part of a movie called something Fright Back or something like that, in the English version. Oh no, it's Fright to the Finish. That's what it is. In English, it was Fright to the Finish. I don't know what the name is in Japan, but either way, the last like few episodes were considered part of that like movie special. And part of that was air ride. Literally, what's interesting is Kirby gets knocked out, and he passes out inside Kaboo, which is like this giant giant wooden tower dude who's sentient, who's like this cosmic entity, who basically acts like a Pokemon Center but for Star Warriors. Either way, Kirby's knocked out inside, and while he's knocked out, Kaboo gives Kirby a dream about the upcoming battle and envisions Kirby with the idea of riding different air rides or like different vehicles in case the Warp Star isn't healed. Because in that show, Kaboo, the sentient wooden tower dude, would have the power to restore the Warp Star whenever it was damaged. That was like part of his job, was not only storing the Warp Star but healing it. So yeah, basically TLDR, the giant wooden fella has the cosmic power to give Kirby a dream. And in that dream, he specifically, I remember it was 4 air rides were featured. It was like the Rocket Star, which is basically this like vehicle with a giant blow-up balloon that would like blow up and then release for like a shoot forward of like momentum. Then whatchamacallit, there was the Winged Star, which is the that's one of the vehicles shown off actually in the Kirby Air Riders trailer. It's I would say it's one of the most iconic air rides. It's like blue and white, and it looks like basically like white feathers. Then there's the Dark Star, or the Shadow Star, which is like this like menacing looking air ride that looks like almost bat wings, that has this like glow, which is kind of cool. And then lastly there was the Formula Star, which is a very like quick, like straightforward type vehicle, that's very awkward to handle, which is why Kirby, even like in the show, like messed up riding it, is because of how awkward it is, both in air ride and like in the Kirby lore, which I find interesting. Also, me and my freaking dumb ranting about Kirby lore at 2:30 in the morning is funny to me. Just like, oh yeah, what else is on my mind? Oh yes, Kirby lore. The Kirby Air Ride lore. My favorite. And like the Kirby right back at you, Kirby anime lore is crazy. Hi buddy. Bye buddy. I was trying to shark there and like readjust chat. See. A break from Splatoon, I can be casual again, which is nice. Hopefully you're doing well, Dylan. I can't sleep, so here I am. Late night stream. Insomnia for the win. Love not being able to sleep when I wanted to. My decisions were either play Minecraft or play Splatoon. I rolled the dice in my metaphorical head and I was like, it's easier to set up Splatoon right now. I used to do streams like this when I couldn't sleep in college for Minecraft, but I did muted streams so I wouldn't wake up my roommates. Now, no one's around. I don't have to worry about muting or anything. I can just yap, and play until the night is long, and aka I'm ready to pass out, aka whenever I'm ready to pass out. So that's fun. Yeah, Kirby anime is about 100 episodes. It was on 4Kids, in English, and it was called Kirby Right Back At Ya. But the what's interesting, and this is the same boat with Sonic X. The Japan version, a lot darker. There is a lot darker. It is a lot more mature. And then 4Kids censored a lot. So like, literally, there's an episode, where Kirby is like trying out different jobs around town. One of them is the police station. Kirby literally has a gun. Kirby literally has a gun and almost shoots like the main sidekicks of the show. I want to watch the Sonic X now. Sonic X is classic. Again, Kirby Right Back At You, Sonic X, both were like aired kind of around the same time, and I just so happened to like both of them and watched both because, like, as a kid, you know, growing up with GameCube and GBA, you know, I grew up playing like Sonic Adventure DX, and I grew up playing Kirby's Air Ride, and then just watching the shows and seeing like both of them being directly referenced in arcs of the show, or at least episodes of the show, was kind of insane. Like, the fact that literally Sonic X has an entire Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 arc, and then like I played through Sonic Adventure DX, was like such a cool experience as a kid. Because that's when I like really got introduced to like cross media and like things, you know, being on multiple types of you know, different platforms between like movies and TV shows and anime versus like games. It's like when I found out that like, oh, I was introduced to Pokemon as a game. Like I was introduced to it through like Pokemon Fire Red, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Like basically all the Gen 3 games, because that's what my brother had. And then finding out, oh, my brother has Pokemon cards. They make like trading cards of this too. That's cool. And then waking up in the morning and watching Pokemon as like a Saturday morning cartoon or like cartoon before school. Was really cool. I was like, whoa, Pokemon's like on all sorts of different things. That's amazing. And then I found out like Pokemon wasn't the only, you know, case. Obviously, I found out about Kirby. I found about Sonic X, and then that just was like the coolest thing. Still is the coolest thing too, especially when it's like when I got introduced to games like Smash Brothers as well. Like the first ever time you experience like a crossover as a kid, your mind is blown. Right, like you might especially if you like, obviously you enjoy both things and then they cross over. It was like one of my favorite examples from my childhood too was I watched I was a cartoon kid, so like any sort of cartoon I would flip-flop between mostly Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, because like back then Disney didn't really have many cartoons. The only show, there was barely any shows on Disney that I actually would watch. Because I was more of a cartoon fella. But no, it was like, I remember specifically being the most hyped kid ever when they announced the first ever Jimmy Timmy Power Hour Because I would watch both Jimmy Neutron and Fairy Odd Parents, and the fact that they were crossing over just blew my mind. I was like, what are you talking about? How are they meeting? What do you mean Timmy wishes to go to, like, the smartest kids in the universe's, like, laboratory, and then he just pulls up in, like, the freaking Jimmy Neutron universe? That blew my mind. I thought that was so cool and so crazy. Another thing that blew my mind as a kid, because this music's playing, and it sort of relates to crossovers, not really, I guess. It relates to just being your mind blown growing up with something. But like growing up and getting inside story and being able to play as Bowser in a game that wasn't like a sports game, but like a full-fledged, you're controlling Bowser, you're beating up bad guys as Bowser, you're controlling his minion army. That blew my mind. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And like, I thought it was a little weird, but still really cool that like, oh my gosh, Mario and Luigi are somehow inside Bowser and they can manipulate Bowser to like make his fire breath stronger or like make him throw giant cannonballs and shit. That's crazy. Or like the number one thing that threw me off, Bowser canonically dies several times in Inside Story. Like, I'm not joking. How many giant Bowser battles Inside Story? That's too intense. I want a chill vibe. But no, there's like, I'm trying to remember all of them. There's the Bowser Castle one. There's the, Tower of Yek. There's the train, and then there's Peach's Castle. So there are 4. Bowser canonically died 4 times. And every single one of them was being crushed to death. I'm not even kidding. Bowser died 4 times in Bowser's Inside Story by being crushed to death. Fortune Street, the RPG is true. Even like the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, like the DS version, he has really good dialogue in the story mode for that. But Bowser's dialogue is always goated. One of my favorites from Inside Story was the did someone just page the King of Awesome? I love that one so much. But no, like genuinely, like it's crazy to think about. Like, yeah, Bowser dies, and like literally his body, like literally tells Mario and Luigi, like, hey, Bowser's dead. You need to inject him with adrenaline in order to make him live again. So you literally pump Bowser full of adrenaline just to make him live. And because you pumped so much adrenaline into his body, that's what caused him to turn into a giant. Which is so crazy to me. Great backdrop for an awesome final battle. You really sweat the details. Listen up. You're saying this kingdom will vanish? Not today. This kingdom is all mine. So you vanish. I love Bowser's like RPG dialogue. Bowser's RPG dialogue isn't just the Mario and Luigi series either. He has some golden lines in like some of the Paper Mario games, like Thousand Year Door. He says some funny stuff. Like Bowser's just goated. I'm excited. Spoiler warning for Brothership. But we're entering the 3rd area, like the 3rd major area, and we just bumped into Bowser for like the first time. And I'm so hyped to see what else is around the corner with Bowie. Like, I'm so ready. I know I'm not streaming that till like Tuesday night, but like, I'm just ready for it. I'm surprised but not surprised that people already beat Brothership, because like I take my time with games, especially if I live let's play them. I mean, I was on a 4-month hiatus from Brothership, I'll be honest. There was a time where it's just like, nah, I did not stream it for like 4 months, and then I just came back, and then we just continued, and now I'm having a great time, and we're doing it weekly until like Switch 2 comes out, or whenever I beat it, really. It's crazy to think about the Switch 2 is going to be in like a month. It is May 2nd now. We literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 weeks. 5 weeks, and we will have Switch 2. I'm very ready for it. I know some people aren't, but like I'm ready. That's my quota for these Surf Forward vibes, using crack on roller gear at least once. Valid. Thank you for playing with us, Joseph. Hopefully you rest well. I'll be back again with Turf War Vibe on Monday night. Let's see, it's an hour and 8 minutes. I think I can manage to do another 52. Spin. Hi, Jerb. Let me look at my list of weapons. Should I just keep cooking with Nova, or should I swap? I mean, I could do Splattershot Pro, but nah, I'll just stick with Nova. Nova's a good weapon for a night like tonight, where I don't really mind winning or losing. I just want to vibe and play. And yeah. Jeez. I don't want to yap about anything in particular. Like, it's like my brain's sort of reaching a flatline moment. Tee hee, I can't think. Ooh. Someone should remove my vocal cords. I should not be allowed to have vocal cords. But it's fine. Probably. Maybe. Oh, hi. Hi and bye, friend. Let me just hop up here. Nah. Gonna bonk you there. Trying to be sneaky. I mean, it kind of worked. Mostly because I got reinforcement. Owie. Well, I'm gonna yap about something I saw while I was eating. Excuse me. While I was eating a snack. Excuse me. I saw someone like making a video about like them boycotting Switch 2, which honestly valid, but also like I don't think that's gonna affect anything. A lot of people were like, "Oh, the pre-order sold out because of scalpers and stuff." I don't think that's gonna be the case because I feel like a lot of pre-orders, especially in-person pre-orders, they validated that it was only one Switch per household type deal, and I'm pretty sure the online orders did something similar where you could not have multiple Switches go to one like the same address. So I don't know. I feel like Switch is still gonna be a very successful launch for Nintendo, or Switch 2 rather. I said Switch like it's like base Switch, but no, I mean specifically Switch 2. I'm so evil. Proceeds to blow up. But no, I think Switch 2 is still gonna pop off. I don't think every game should be $80. I understand if it takes a long development time. I can see the mindset of charging more. I think the console price is fine, considering it costs $400 to make per console. And between shipping and handling and everything else Nintendo pays for, they're actually losing money on hardware sales. Like, they don't profit from the hardware. They're hoping to make profit from their software. So, you know. I'm sure this will be a ton. Yeah, there's still a lot of people who want a Switch 2. Like, literally one estimate. I don't know how accurate this estimate is, but one estimate said the launch year of the Switch 2 is estimated to be the biggest in video game console history, with anywhere between 6 to 8 million sales worldwide in the first year, which would be insane numbers. Like, literally, you can't compare that to anything else. That would be like record smashing. Not just breaking a record, but absolutely obliterating it, if that comes true. Like I said, I don't know how accurate that would be, but that's something that people are projecting, especially depending on what other things they have cooking up for 2026. If they have something big for like the first half of 26 that still falls within the first fiscal year of Switch 1 or Switch 2 being out, that could really boost Switch 2 sales. Especially if it's a Switch 2 exclusive. Like, so far the only exclusive we have are Air Ride 2. Oh, DC moment. The only exclusive we have are Mario Kart World, DK Bonanza, Air Riders, Drag X Drive, and like, yeah, that's it. A lot of the other games that are coming that we know about are on both Switch 1 and Switch 2, where they're having a Switch 1 release and Switch 2 edition. So think like Metroid Prime 4, yeah, ZA. What else? I'm trying to remember. Tomodachi. What else? Rhythm Heaven. Hey, what's up, Starla? It's been a hot minute, but hopefully you're doing well. Nice to see you. Welcome to my Insomniac stream, because I can't sleep. Hopefully you're doing well. And no need to apologize, it happens. NSO moment. By the way, I might do a poll here, but I know I'm going to do a community poll. I think I can say this and be okay, because like I'm not supposed to. It's confidential in the sense that I'm not allowed to tell another employee, but I know like no one else works with me and no one else knows the corporation / company I work for. But TLDR, I'm probably maybe potentially moving to a second shift which means that I can only stream going forward at 2 time slots. Either right when on a work day, either right when I get home at midnight and do like a late night stream like I'm doing here from like midnight to 3 a.m. Or I can do one before work, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sort of time frame. Or, sorry, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. time frame. Or like, you know how I do like 6:30 p.m. to like 9:15? I want to do something similar, so it could be like 10:30 to like 1:15. Or, shit, wait. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. Okay. Yeah, like a 10:30 to 1. Or like, I'll just say for simplicity's sake, 10 to 1, and then 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. Or like the only 2 time slots I can probably work going forward, or stream going forward. If/when that change occurs. I will make that a proper community post, but I also am just curious about what the people in this stream think. If I should try to prioritize one over the other, do a mix of both those time slots, like what should I do? Like, I could do a mix of both depending on like the obviously the vibes of the stream, right? So like, if it's like a Turf Warden vibe, I could see that being more nighttime, versus like a live Let's Play I could see happening during the day or something. But like, if we're just like chilling, late night gaming, I could see that just being more random stuff like Mario Kart, Mario Party, Splatoon. But I kind of want to hear your thoughts as well before that, you know, actually happens. In late night every day, but I'll be able to make mornings until school starts next year, personally. Yeah, because like, this change, when it occurs, it's just will happen between when it kicks off to until further notice for days I work. Because like, I don't know what the future holds, right? The video game industry could get better. I could send my resume out to game studios again and they could actually hire me. I could send my application to more general IT and general IT opens up and I change. I just applied to a job like 2 days ago. If they decide to hire me, everything is subject to change until further notice, because I don't know what the hell's happening with my life. There are things that are beyond my control, and number one of that is employment. I just don't know. Being more likely to be at a late night stream, but the people who like the midday ones still can watch the weekends too. That is true. Because, well, or days I don't work. I work weekends. I don't work Thursdays and Fridays. Oh, actually, me when I lie. Every other Saturday, I would be free. So, like, every other Saturday I could pull off, like, streams at, like, other times, you know? So, like, it all depends. Genuinely, I really wish I lived on my own a little bit, to some extent, because then I could, like, schedule things better. And I wish I lived closer to my job, or whatever job I get. Because, low-key, it's just, this week has been a hot mess because I had to take care of my doggo while my family was away. And the household, I had to, like, figure out when to mow, I had to figure out when to, like, do other household things. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna have to clean and stuff like that before the fam shows up, so like they don't come home and be like, oh, why is the house a mess? You know, type deal. So it's like, I have a lot of like little stuff, but they add up to be a lot, and then obviously throw in the mix a third shift night job and other stuff, and things are a mess. It's just, I don't know, a lot. By the way, Starlo, you missed this a little tangent before, but just to like re-clarify this, and I'll clarify this for like other streams too in the future going forward. I may update it in my bio and stuff too. I'm low-key online anyway, androgynous, NB. I can't really do that IRL, so I'm sort of forced to put up the facade of just being like, oh, still using he, him, but like low-key I don't really want to. Like, I'm numb to it, you know what I mean? Like, I do it because I have to, but it's like not fully me. So yippee, self-discovery moment. Wow, I just yelled in lowercase. That's crazy. That's when you know I'm tired. Just yelling like, Figure that out though, Captain. NB formal is hard. No, I got you. Ruler. Oh no, I don't want to be called ruler, but genuinely, it's a Splatoon reference. Instead of king, like king and queen, it's now just ruler. Morning, morning corn and cheese. Hopefully you're doing well. And morning Manta as well. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Would it be fair to say he, him is your mask? I mean, kind of. Because, like, I'm strictly aiming for only they, them, like, as Jackogień and, like, online. Fella, dude, and bro, I still see as, like, gender neutral. Or homes. I say homes a lot because I consider that homes and homie to be neutral. I've got an interview. Good luck. You got this. Also, corn cheese before the interview, or I don't know how long, but Hatsune Miku's in the item shop. If you want to get Hatsune Miku in Fortnite. Sherlock Holmes. No, not that kind of Holmes, but hey, Seb. I can't eat because I'm thinking too much about work and gender identity and shiz. Because, like, you know, whatchamacallit, this is my last day where I'm home alone. I have to pick up my family from the airport today. So my streams, I gotta be a little bit more careful about what I say. Can't be as unfiltered, can't be as openly androgynous verbally. Teehee. Mine bitch / positive because it's gender neutral. I see it. That's based, honestly. I just like saying, me and Cuddle say, like, you fuck in DMs. Because that's, like, a good neutral. It's like, oh, wait, you fuck? That's funny. Because it's funny. You fuck Kremlin, real. Already got it, let's go. Yeah, I forgot you were already Hatsune Miku. I got Miku though. Which I assume you have a file with a lot unlocked for Mario Party 7. Yeah, I still have my childhood file, I think, on my game card. Not 100% certain, but I can check. Hi, Gremlin Jack. It's like, you fuck, or you fuck! Like, you can definitely, like, be aggro with it. But, like, I like the, haha, you fuck. Like, platonic, you fuck. It's silly. I don't know though. Loki. You? Fuck? Question mark? No, I don't. I get 0 bitches. This pan ass can't get nobody. No one. All alone. Anyway. I'm all alone. There's nobody here beside me. My troubles have all gone. There's no one to enlighten me. But you gotta have friends. Oh, that's a cool username. We stay in single, me wanna stay. Oh yeah, you're Arrow Ace. That makes sense. Literally both Cuddle and Robo. It's okay, Jackie. We got Hatsune Miku. That is true. Who needs a significant other when there's Hatsune Miku in the item shop? That's the only significant other I need is Hatsune Miku. Hello, Hugo. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to my Insomniac. Hatsune Miku. No, funny enough, I just ordered. Cuddle, do you mind if I yap about what I just ordered on Etsy for TMG? That I'm like gifting you I can speak as my gift to my younger sib. I decided I was ordering some Splatoon Pride pins. I have no say. I mean, yeah, but I decided to give. Oh, I just heard my doggo go upstairs. I was like, I heard a noise in my house, and I was like, oh right, I have a dog. No, I decided to get 5 pride pins, 3 squid for Cuddle, and then 2 octos for me. I got the Octo Pan and Octo Envy, and then Cuddle got the Trans Pride Squid, the A Romantic Squid, and the Ace Squid, because they didn't have an Arrow Ace color, sadly, but they had the both, like, separate colors. Well, that's because it's only, like, $3. Okay? I'm not gonna have you pay for something that's, like, $3. It's a small gift. Vocaloid Peak real. Are you referencing the one meme of like the Arrow Ace playing Vocaloid music at a party? Because we literally shared that meme in the Discord server, like literally the other day. Oh, DC moment. I would yell at you, Cuddle, on why you're awake, but I just realized you opened today, so that checks out. You're getting your favorite tattoo soon, based. Yeah, I opened Sag. Ha, elbows. I'm kidding. You work hard. You don't deserve the elbows. You deserve the platonic head pat.
I was kidding. I was just joking.
Okay. But I don't know. I'm gonna eat your ass. I'm kidding. That's why I said I'm kidding. You work hard. And you help me out a lot. Legit probably wouldn't be able to afford a Switch 2 or go to TMG this year if it wasn't for, like, the sheer amount of super chats you've done this year. I ain't Alex Hirsch. I can't voice act King. It's in one of the Turf War arrows, yeah. The roller kiss I love on stream. I think I'm just gonna go until maps rotate, and then I'm gonna try to go back to bed. Or try to go to bed. Again. Because it didn't work before, which is why I streamed in the first place. Because my dumb brain is so used to third shift. I just needed to burn it out. And then also, of course, freaking mix of anxiety and BS keeping me up. Yay. I love having a hyperactive brain. It's great. Oh, hello. Thought I could get that kill. I mean, I still can. Yippee, I got the kill. See. I do have a weighted blanket. It's actually tucked away in my closet. That's a good idea to try to bring that out, but the problem is it's too hot out. I like the pressure. But like it's just too hot. That's the problem. Freaking springtime. It's not hot enough to have the air conditioning on, but it's like hot enough where I like barely put on it, like barely have any blankets on. Like I just have the sheet I just tuck under. Feel a squish should help. Sadly it hot. Yeah. Trust me though, I do like that's always been like a thing with my like psyche, I guess. I don't know. Momochin literally admitted to it like when I was younger. She was like, I used to have like a lot of if y'all didn't know, back in the day, it's weird, but like my I'm on the spectrum, if that wasn't obvious. I assumed it kind of was due to my hyperfixations and my ramblings and everything else in my life. I feel like it's kind of, whoa, not really a shocker that I'm on the spectrum at all. I just want chiller song, so I'm skipping that. That's too upbeat. Close but not quite. That's good. But no, like, shocker, I'm on the spectrum. But when I was younger, I used to have a lot more, I don't want to say symptoms necessarily, but like I didn't know how to control my emotions nearly as well as I do now. So I would often like cry, freak out, get scared, etc., etc. I would have like moments like that, episodes they would call them, when I was like much younger, like 6, 7, 8. And one of the things that always seemed to work, it worked with like mostly my mom, like mostly Mom and Brojin. Momochin and Brojin were the ones who could calm me down by giving me like a deep like pressure hug, like just like almost like a bear hug, just reassuring me that like, hey, I'm right here. Take a deep breath, calm down. And I think still psychologically, if I feel that like pressure from like a hug or a weighted blanket or something, that just psychologically calms me down. Sadly, as I grew older, that kind of stuff was seen as too childish and things like that, and I quickly, you know, as I got older and I kind of became a little bit more distant and stuff. Ma even asked me like why I don't like give hugs as often. But I just like, it's mostly because of, well, psychologically being like, you know, being told like, oh, stop acting like a kid, you know, made me feel a little bit colder. My thin arms, my hugs would be uncomfy. It depends. I don't know. Aside frequently tantrums until he was much older than most kids. That's fair. I don't think I'm anywhere near Einstein intelligence. In fact, I'm either like overthinking or no thought head empty. There's like, it's hard to have me in between. Either I'm scheming out an entire like planning for months and weeks ahead on stuff like I literally mapped out like, okay, the possibilities of if I stay at this job, if I get hired at another one, when can I stream? When are my family going on vacation? When do I think I can, you know, stream during that? When am I gonna stream when Switch 2 comes out? When am I gonna stream before and after TMG? Like that's literally how my brain works. Like my brain's either I'm just going with the flow, my head empty, and I'm just existing and vibing, or I'm like planning the next like several months in my head, in the back of my head. Like, I don't know why my brain does that. It just go brr. Okay. I can do another 20 minutes. We'll go for the 20 minutes or a map rotation. One of the two. I just want to wrap up around the 2-hour mark and try again the EP. I think what sucks too about my overthinking though is like, you know how some people hype themselves up? I kind of psych myself out, which is just the complete polar opposite of hyping yourself up. It's like, instead of being like, yeah, I can do this, it's just the brain overthinking about a lot of what ifs. Like, I'll have you know, well, now it's May, right? Probably for like 3 months now, maybe over, instead of like actually reaching out to my crush and being like, what are your expectations for a relationship? What would you want out of a relationship? Do you want to give it a shot? Anything, really. The only thing my dumb brain can handle is saying goodnight to them every night. Or just about every night. I feel bad because I forgot like one night recently. But in my defense, that night I had a lot going on. There was a lot going on at work and a lot going on psychologically where I was just trying to rebound. And my stupid brain just pushed that to the side and didn't say goodnight that night because I was just psyching myself out a bit. Thinking that, oh, I'm probably just annoying them. I kind of lean into the crash and reject everything that was like everything that wasn't like super logical. Well, here's the thing with emotion. Emotion and logic don't always go hand to hand. So when my brain tries to think logically about my emotions or their potential emotions, or that's when it's like, okay, that's when it's like a million different possibilities. Because I don't know how they feel, number one. Number one, I don't know how they feel. Number two, it's hard to really predict how someone else feels without just point blank asking them. And like I said, I just don't have the confidence for that. And besides, I don't really want to F up what we currently have. Ew. Excuse. Ew. Okay. Excuse me. Allergy season. I don't really want to mess up what we currently have. The person in question is someone I've known for quite some time. And, I don't know. I don't want it to be awkward. Because, like, I've had other people who, like, I got along well with. Close friends first. Developed feelings. Asked. And either made that friendship forever awkward, tainting it, or we actually dated and then there was a falling out. Bless me in British, thanks. Okay, anyway. Ooh, nice double. I don't know. It's just... my biggest fear is just messing shiz up. Is like what... it's not my biggest fear, but it's one of my biggest fears. Is just messing up a good thing that's already going on. And it doesn't help too that like I feel like my like psyche wanes too much at moments. So, like, there are times when it's just like, okay, I don't know if I am ready for a relationship to even begin with because I'm still working on myself in some capacities. And I don't want to negatively impact a significant other if I get a significant other. So that's, like, one other rationalization my brain does is, like, you're still trying to figure out a lot about yourself. Hell, you just figured out this year that you're NB. Are you really ready for this kind of thing? And so my brain's like, I don't know. I would love to, but I don't want to negatively impact the person in question. So it's like, I don't know. At the same time, there's also the side of my brain that's like, you shouldn't, give up on opportunities either. Like, I never know if I don't ask or try. So, I don't know. What makes it I'm not going to say who it is, obviously. But I will say that the person in question is another content creator, and that's as far as I'll go with like hinting. But that's like another part of it too, is like I don't know if that should, like, I've seen people who have relationships where like both individuals are creators, and sometimes it works out well, but then when the times where it doesn't work out, it can be sort of awkward. Or it could be awkward for like somebody who's a part of the community, leaves for a while, and comes back. Like, I had that happen with someone where someone wasn't around for a while. They came back to one of my streams. And they thought I was still with one of my former significant others. And that was like a really awkward thing. I was like, yeah, so funny story about that. I'm not with this person anymore. We've been broken up with for a while. Would it be okay if you asked in private or whatever? Would you rather I not? I'm okay with it. I've known you for a while, Robo. I'm okay discussing with you. I've known you literally since like before I even really became a creator. So like I wouldn't mind. I just feel like one of my things is like it's a flaw, but also my biggest strength is the fact that I am emotionally sensitive. And why I see that as a flaw and a strength is because I feel like I'm pretty emotionally intelligent to the point of being empathetic towards others and trying to understand them and trying to get where their psyche comes from and their logic and how they operate on like a both emotional and logical level. But at the same time, I am very emotionally sensitive to the point where I overthink. I can spiral if I overthink too much. I can like feel negative about myself if I overthink at times. Not all the time, obviously. Like I'm not, you know, I'm not like, I don't believe I'm depressed or anything. But there are times where it feels like, oh shoot, I could have high functioning depression, but I'm not sure. Because there are times where, but then at the same time, that just like could be a natural ebb and flow of like, there are times where some people might not like themselves, and I feel like that just can happen. There's a whole Imagine Dragons song about that, by the way. It's there's literally a song called "I Don't Like Myself," and it's about like moments where, son of a bitch, I think I just broke a bin by stepping on it by accidentally. Son of a gun. I have to owe my parents a collapsible crate now. I'll deal with that later. But, yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, Drew, how's it going? I can't sleep, so teehee, Splatoon, and ramble. Let's see this, hold on. Please tell me I just popped it out of place.
Yippee!
Oh, thank God. Looks like I just popped something out of place. It's not broken by the looks of it. I think that's fine. So woke up having breakfast. Cool, cool. It's almost 4 a.m. here. Shit in a hydraulic press. That's crazy. Also, that name on the other team was named A Wet Fart, and that's crazy. But yeah, Jack, go to sleep. Give me 10 minutes. Let me do 10 more minutes of turf, then I'll go to bed. I want to have at least a 2-hour stream. But yeah, I don't know. I should probably like at least communicate more with the person and be like, hey, so, you know, I care about you and I think you're really cool, but I don't know like what your wants or expectations are, if you like would ever want to be dating someone, and I don't know if you would ever want to date, you know, someone like me, but I think you're cool. Jack Gremlin emoji. Also, sorry for only being able to say, having the confidence of saying only good night to you. Misa anxious. 2 hours? Yeah, I like to try to do at least a minimum of 2 hours per stream. We're at the hour 50 mark. So yeah, like 2 more turfs after this, and like an outro should do it. I think you're cool, Jack Gremlin. But 3 a.m. I know. Let me cook. I'll pass out then. I'll put on my sleep playlist. I should have expelled enough energy for me to just collapse. Wait, did I hear before it's 4 a.m.? Yeah, it's 3:30 in the morning for me. I'm Eastern time. So I'm like East Coast of the States. Yeah. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Yeah, I want a Krabby Patty at 3 in the morning if I hungry. Smile. Gremlin smile. Cuddle! 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 Hi. Bunny point. Oh my gosh, score bunny. Boy. See. Oh shoot. I think we lost that. Just a hunch. Yeah. Get over here. Nuh-uh. What if I just say nuh-uh? What then? Smile. How's this Nova still 79,000, I swear? It should be more turf used. Okay, there we go. Updated 61,000. I was about to say, this should be my next 4-star weapon. It is. It just wasn't updating. I sent you the nap time video because I think you need it. A nap time video. Oh, it's by Fred?
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll...
Tool for child tantrum prevention. It's
a nap time, like, spray. Okay. What if I just get a mild concussion instead? No, wait, I've done that before. That's not fun. Genuinely getting a mild concussion hurts like hell. I know, shocker, but I had that happen to me. It was not fun feeling lightheaded for several days. Like, genuinely, it feels like you just are super slow, like sleep deprived. It's like sleep deprivation.
Eggs, only eggs.
Bring me eggs, only eggs. Okay, but no, genuinely, it's like sleep deprivation in the sense that it just makes everything foggy. It's a lot harder to think. You feel a lot slower. It sucks. If it's genuinely like one of the worst feelings I've had, because it's like I want to communicate something and I know what I want to say, but it's just not coming out. And it's a mix of scary and like, oh my god, like, is this really happening? Like, is my brain really that effed up right now? Never been concussion, but my Dane is still damaged. I feel that. Were you supposed to stream today or not? This stream right here, no. I was supposed to be asleep. I just can't. I will be streaming at night. Like my time at night. American Truck Simulator and like Mario Sunshine again, because me and Blasian are doing that series. I have not scheduled the Sunshine stream yet though, because I have not made a thumbnail. And I don't know when I'm gonna make a thumbnail. Maybe tomorrow, depending on when I wake up. And depending on, like, especially if my mom's flight gets delayed, I'll definitely have plenty of time to make it. If it doesn't get delayed, I might be able to squeeze in half an hour to make a thumbnail and schedule. Because that's usually how long it takes, on average, to make a single thumbnail and schedule a stream, depending on stuff. Hey, come here. Thank you. It's like I want to do splat. Splat and tune and splat. I am splat tuning it. I'm never saying those words again. I don't know how I feel about that sentence I just said. Oh, hello, Mario Wolf. Welcome to my Discord server. Welcome to hell. I hope you like tacos. I'll make tacos on Tuesday. Yay, same hairstyle. Hello, Mario. Alright, last Turf War. This will be it. And then I will... I doubt anyone's live streaming at this hour. I only am because I'm insane. Why are there still 17 of you? Oh my gosh. I appreciate it, but holy hell, I was not expecting to see a 17 on the view count. Cool. Hopefully y'all are doing well. I'm looking at my sub feed. There, yep, as suspected, there's like no one. No, who would have guessed there would be no one streaming at 3:30, at 3:40 in the morning? No, I like statistically, I think there are a good chunk of British fellows, which is cool, and Insomniacs too, though, and like Pacific time people, it's like only 12:40 a.m. So like, you know, that's not too late. So night owls. I just came in and live in Europe. My English is bad. Europe is good though. Like that's what I mean. Is like Europe time zone in morning. So fellas waking up in the morning, you know. I hear they're super wait. They're all too busy eating Krabby Patties. Real. Misa, find a shower and hopefully be back before you end. If not, get some sleep. I will. Hopefully Yusa has a good day at work. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Yeah, this song's dragging on a little too much. I'm gonna skip. Yeah, this is a certified banger. Another Mario and Luigi song, Deep Castle. Game Shop's remake. Probably won't, it's the weekend. Sag. I forgot that today Fridays are considered weekends. But then Team Weekend Splatfest moment, Friday is considered it. God, I just realized I work second shift on freaking Saturday. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I'm going to be so exhausted after that shift. Thank goodness I don't work until third shift on freaking Sunday. I can spend a lot of time resting. Then I stream Mario Maker 2, and then resting again. Or sorry. Resting, little thing during the day. Rest, Mario Maker 2, work, rest, repeat. Oh, hi. Oh, by the way, I can show this before and stream. I have a new style for Jackogień Weekly I'm doing because there are going to be times where I will do like more than 7 streams in a week. And because of that, I needed a schedule format that would actually have enough room to do what I wanted to do. So I completely overhauled Jackogień Weekly's layout and made it very similar to, I was inspired based off of like Flota's schedule, Nobody's schedule, Shy Guy's schedule. I just kind of looked at a bunch of fellas' stream schedule. What will the stream entail? It's going to be a mix of things. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to dive into. All I know is I'm going to have 2.5 hours. I'm going to experiment and play. Probably less single player stuff. If there's multiplayer stuff, I'll try to dive into that or play like viewers levels and stuff. It's a May I stream stream. So what the May I streams are typically for are like experimenting and like seeing how a stream feels and seeing if people want more of that type of content. Like, I know people are interested in Pokemon Sword now. I could do a live Let's Play of Pokemon Sword sometime. Because people enjoyed that stream. So, you know. Alright, well, here is the schedule. Here's what we'll end stream on. This is the overhaul. You guys get to see it a little early, but I'm going to be uploading this on Sunday. This is the overhaul design for Jackogień Weekly. All times it will be in Eastern Daylight Time. This is what I have cooked up. So Turf Ward Vibes, Scopeless E-Leaders coming up. I'm gonna do the Zelda Twilight Princess, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Maybe a little more than that. Might do 10 to 1. This is like a rough schedule here. Brothership 6:30 to 9:15. Kartik Phone. Mario Party Jamboree and Banjo-Kazooie. There's going to be Mario vs. Luigi Online and Mario Sunshine. Metroid Dread and Voices of the Void. So you guys get to see this a little bit early. But this is pretty much the new format / layout for this. That'll be in the community post. I just wanted to have more room in case I'm doing like a butt ton of streams. Like literally count this up. How many streams is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 streams next week. A stream every day, double streaming on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, am I insane? A little bit. But I love to stream. And I'm just really excited to see or try to do as many of the stream suggestions as possible for the May I Stream series. So, that's going to do it though. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully if you are an insomniac like me, you get some rest. Or you're just starting your day off like Andrew and other European folks. Hope you have a good day. And I will see you all whenever our schedules align again. Until then, as always, peace, love, and good vibe. Bye-bye.
Thank you.